I kind of have always despised the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know who's yelling out there. I wish they would stop. Yes, my jeans are unbuttoned. That's because I'm sitting. So I don't know. I'm just gonna do some fucking like makeup and shit. More yelling. Don't we all? What's your plans for the future? Because I have none, and I've had no plans for the future for the last 2 years of my life. So I don't know if you can beat that. Let's just use this fucking E45 cream. Doesn't matter. I have like half of a manicure done. I don't want to do the whole thing. It's okay, the yelling people have stopped yelling, I think. I hope. I'm gonna turn the fucking brightness like all the way up. Okay, they're like for sure gone now. Why am I doing this? I don't know, because I talked about it yesterday. And it's just been sitting on my desk, the fucking makeup, and I don't wear makeup. And it's nice sometimes to wear makeup. And I'm applying this like a high schooler, but that's okay, because high schoolers do it that way for a reason. You know? It's kind of not like blending with the moisturizer I have on. It's kind of doing like a weird water and oil thing on my face, which is fine. It's not going to be patchy. It's going to come out wonderful. And period, end of thought. Period, end of thought. It looks really oily and disgusting. It looks really oily and disgusting. It's like not as white in real life as it looks on camera. It's crazy how white I look in the fucking camera. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Some fucking just tinted lip balm and we're good to go. I could put makeup on you. Did you ever think about that? I just thought about that. I just had that totally original thought. Because your hands aren't free. They're like taped, famously stapled to the wall. So Christmas time is here. Time for toys. I was like not talking at all because I could hear people in the hallway and that just shut me the hell up. It just shut me the fuck up. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Person with pretty fine skin ruins it by putting on mediocre makeup. Cheap makeup applied with zero skill. It's fine. Okay. It's okay to look like a high schooler going to a church event whose makeup was like applied by her mother who hates her. It's not that white. It looks really fucking white on camera, but it's like I'm white, so it looks normal. It looks, I don't know if it looks normal. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take this dumb little cardigan off. I thought this cardigan was cute. I was wrong. Oh no, I got fucking, there was makeup on my hand. I got it all up in the on the inside of the fucking ugly ass cardigan. Yeah, I don't know. It looks normal. Exposing you to my chunky little body. My chunky little body. Whoops. My chunky little body. Christmas, Christmas. I have no plans for the future, and I haven't had plans for the future. For the last like 2 years. I already said that, but I stopped talking for a while, so I need to catch up on where I was. And I despise the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I always have. I don't think they make good music. I think all their music sounds the same. And if it comes out that they're like terrible guys, I just want to say that I called it. I just want to say I called it, because they make douchebag music. They make music for like millennial performative meal, but like millennial performative meal. That's what Red Hot Chili Peppers makes music for. Fake woke, like, wears flannel. You know what I mean? Wears flannel and has like facial hair. Wants to be a member of the Red Hot Chili. I just ruined my hair by brushing it. I just fucking ruined it. Jesus Christ. Wants to be a member of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Or like Nirvana. The millennial performative meal. But is like also a date rapist. I want to make that clear. I want to make that very clear. That's the kind of guy that they make music for. I don't know if it's their fault, but it's definitely there. And I don't know if I trust them as people. And period. All the music sounds the same. I'm sorry if you're like a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I just want to get there before it turns out that they are all date rapists. And I know date rape kind of takes away the... Talk about something else. I'm gonna go for a walk probably. And if I look crazy, I'm gonna go for my walk looking crazy, but it's fine because it's 7 p.m. and the sun has already set on this beautiful day. Christmas, Christmas time is here. I don't like makeup. I don't think it makes me look better. I think I look kind of like an alien person. Kind of like a lizard person, and like this area around here is like my most fucked up area of my face. The way it kind of sticks out and then it kind of goes back like in here, and it's like the discoloration around here is horrible. It's not horrible, okay, it's just that's what people get like minor tweaks for whenever their mouth looks as fucked up as my mouth does. And it's got all these little like it looks underdeveloped. I feel like it's meant to be flat and it's not. It's like the mouth of a mouth. It's the mouth of an open mouth breathing baby. You know what I mean? It's like a... It's like there's this area down here where it's kind of like these jowls, which I don't like. It's just... If I could fix that with makeup, I would. Okay, but you can't. You can fix it by changing the like way that you hold your face. you know, I could like smile forever. Fucking fucked up fucking face. Christmas, Christmas time is here. Subtle. Not too much. Subtle. Not too much. Time for toys. Okay, now that the fan is off, I can hear everybody everywhere. I can hear someone talking downstairs. I can hear someone talking in the hallway. I can... Can you hear that? I can hear it. I'm gonna turn the fan back on. Oh my god. Time for toys and time for cheer. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Let's just put them away. Do you ever feel like the door is closed? After the hurricane come the rainbow. Let's talk about future scenarios. Okay, so let's say I save all my money and then I move to the tiny little apartment somewhere and I get a little office job. But I would have to save money first. And I don't think I enjoy living. I don't think I enjoy living at all. And it's hard to be motivated to do anything whenever you don't enjoy anything. It's like, I'm thinking like, well, I could do this and I could do that. But would that make me happy? No. So it's like, why would I do it? It's to change my current circumstances, which need to be changed, but it's like, if nothing's going to make me happy, then like, why bother? And that's not a good mindset to be in. I feel like if I lived alone with regular income, I would end up dying. I would end up drinking myself to death, or eating myself to death, or starving myself to death, or getting in a knife fight in like a bar. Because I have lived alone before. I don't think I should be trusted. Or maybe I should stop being a burden on my family, move out, get addicted to heroin, and just like die. I feel like that would be good for me. Maybe the reason why all the doors are closed. Something, something, something. Something, something, something. I really hate that song. I remember going to a fireworks show on Halloween the year that song came out. And like Victorious, I think, just came out on Nickelodeon, or there was some special on Nickelodeon, because I remember watching that before going. I don't know if it was like a True Jackson, no, because that was beforehand, wasn't it? True Jackson VP, like Halloween special or something. It might have been the Victorious pilot. It wasn't on Halloween, it was like before Halloween, but we were going to like a Halloween fireworks show. Anyway, at the show, they played that fucking Katy Perry song, and I was already so fucking sick of it. I was like 9 years old or something. Like, Jesus Christ, can we fucking stop? It's not a good song. The music video is disturbing, depressing, and it's not good. Like, I have to hear it years later in like high school PE class. There's that Tumblr post. Okay, there's that Tumblr post from that era that was like, I don't know if it's a made up story or a true story, but it's like the Tumblr post says that they were in gym and they were running laps and the teacher was playing some shitty music and they said to the teacher like, why don't you play some Fall Out Boy, then I could run faster. And then the next day teacher plays Fall Out Boy and they run faster, right? Probably a fake Tumblr post, but I remember every day in fucking PE I was thinking the cringe thought in my head that if they did play Fall Out Boy I would be more involved, but I have to fucking listen to Roar by Katy Perry. And it's making me not want to engage with the activity because I don't want anyone to get the impression that Roar by Katy Perry is motivating me, because it's not. It's working against me. It's working against everybody in this room. But the fucking... millennial gym teacher. She wasn't the millennial. She's like a little older. I actually don't know when the cutoff age is. I don't know when the cutoff age is. Not as old as my parents, but didn't seem young enough to be a millennial at the time. Thinks that Katy Perry's Roar is like a workout song. It's not gym music. You should be playing Fall Out Boy. I think that post was 100% correct. You know? Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. Maybe he won't find out what I know. You were the last good thing about this part of town. Where is your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. I don't think this top is flattering. I don't think it's flattering. I think it's the wrong color. Maybe he won't find out what I know. You were the last good thing about this part of town. I would run. I would be running my little laps. Sometimes a cringe Tumblr post is right. Sometimes Katy Perry's Roar is not gym music. Sometimes Katy Perry's Firework is like music to kill yourself to. Sometimes. Right? It's like she was it for like a period in 2007. Like, she's a product of the time when the Black Eyed Peas were allowed to say, let's get retarded in here. I remember listening to that version downloaded on somebody's phone, by the way, like from that period, and I remember being 5 and really liking the Black Eyed Peas. And guess what? I liked Fergie's My Humps. I thought that was a great song, and I listened to it as an adult, and I'm like, this is deserved to win worst song of the year. It did deserve to win worst song of the year, but also it's like really good at the same time. And yeah, 5-year-old me fucking loved it. You got me spinning, oh, spending all your money on money. My natural hair looks like a wig. What are you gonna do with all that ass inside that pants? I'm gonna get you drunk, get you drunk off my humps. My humps, my humps, my humps, my lovely lady bumps. Check it out. What are you gonna do with all that ass and blah blah blah? I'm dun 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 dun. Excuse me? I changed my top. I think this one's like a better color. You got me spending, oh, spending all your money on me, on me. I'm just not consistently motivated. I would get a job and then not show up. You know what I mean? Like, I would just wake up and be like, I don't want to get up today, so I'm just not gonna fucking show up. And if that makes me homeless, like, I'm ready to face the consequences because I really just don't care anymore. I've never cared. And what do you do with a person like that? They kind of end up in prison. You know? Like, I'm not crazy enough to be in, like, a mental institution. So it's prison. And maybe that's where I would thrive. Is it prison or jail? It's prison, right? Because you can read in jail, and you can write in jail, and you can paint in jail, and it's not like, no offense Americans, but it's not like I'd go to a jail in America where they'd kill me my first day. What the fuck? It's like I'd go to like a woman's prison, right? I don't know what the jails are like here. There should be a place that's like prison. That's like voluntary, you know? It's like just for people who've given up, want somewhere to live for free. Did you know, in the US, at least I've read about this, that they release homeless people because they know that homeless people are getting arrested to, you know, be housed in the jail, and they would rather let, like, they would rather not arrest someone than give a homeless person what they want. Go back out on the streets because you don't want to house a homeless person. Like, that's so stupid. You would rather do anything than help the homeless. You've got me spending, oh. I'm not that white. Look, wait, I'm gonna get real close. I'm just getting wider. It's not that white. What are your goals? What are your goals? It's like, what do you want? Nothing. I don't want anything. You know, if left to my own devices, I would just like eat junk food, and get really fat, and then die from like a ruptured stomach or something, ruptured intestines. Or I would like overdose on meth. I wouldn't do meth. It would be heroin. I fear. But I would never do it in the first place because it's like, why would I take something that is like so great that everything else becomes horrible in comparison? Because everything else for me like already is horrible. But like in comparison to nothing, because there's nothing that I would want. I'm just kind of like drifting. Like from the beginning, like from birth. And it's like Born to Be a Stoner, but I'm not. I don't have weed. I don't smoke weed anymore. So what do I do with my time when I'm drifting? I'm an American Dad fan. The scariest thing in my life, like the most pressurized thing, is going for a walk, leaving the house. It's so fucking scary. Like, I actually don't think I'm gonna go for that walk because that's like too much pressure. I think I'm gonna go to a grocery store. But like, get what though? Because I'm meant to be like not gaining weight because my weight fluctuates a lot, and I have to like put like all my mental energy constantly into staying the same weight. Like every fucking day, I'm fighting for my life against overeating because I want to fit into my clothes. I don't want to not fit into my clothes, and I feel like that problem would be solved if I was an active person. If I was like if I ran or did a sport, I would be burning off those extra calories, and I wouldn't have to be like every single day of my life like struggling, you know, against like overeating and weight gain. But we can't all be perfect, and I'm never going to be athletic. You know, I'm gonna like waste away with like no, I already have no muscles, and that's scary because like what if I was ever in a fight and I would just die immediately? Oh no. That would be a bad way to die. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry I said that. I could go to the fucking art supply store and buy fucking art supplies. You know what? I'm gonna make a Patreon. Because it's been like a year of me saying I'm gonna make a Patreon, and then I get really scared. I don't know why. What am I scared of? Everything and everything. Everything and everything. It's like I wake up in the morning, I'm already disappointed that I didn't die in my sleep. And I have to make a Patreon so I can make money. I don't want to make money. I really don't. But I don't want everyone around me to see me as like a loser. And they do. And I'm like mooching off of them eternally. Because I'm living in my mother's house. Like some kind of person who can't be independent. And I'm like smart. You know? Not like really smart. But I'm not an idiot. Where was I? I don't even know where I was going with that. I think I have dementia. I think it's like, don't you get dementia if you're like not social? If you're not social enough, your brain like rots away and you get dementia. Dementia-like symptoms, because it can be repaired, but like actual dementia can't be. So I'm sorry if I offended people with dementia. I didn't mean it. It feels demented. There's like holes in my brain that feels scary, and sometimes I don't know what I'm doing in a like scary way. It's like, whoa, what am I doing? How did I get here? Not like how did I get here, but like, whoa, what am I doing? I was in a totally weird headspace. That was weird. It's like, why can't I just like draw and then like someone else is in charge of all that shit? Like why can't I just be like somebody's like little, I need a relationship with someone, like an abusive relationship where I live in their house and I like work for them at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like I'm their assistant and I live in their house, and also I like paint and they sell it. You know, like they're the ones who like, they have like a business. they have a business corporation and is connected to the art world, and I get whipped like a little bitch to create paintings and works of art. And I like fall ass backwards into a scenario where people think that I'm like some kind of like tortured artist. Like I'm just a tortured soul rather than some kind of loser drifter. In that scenario, I would probably still end up in prison and die there. Like, I'm like moderately attractive, and that's, I think, all I have going for me. And I have that right as a woman to just be moderately attractive and kind of just survive on it. I like, because being a woman is like, it's a commodity. You're jealous, it's a commodity. People pay good money. Maybe not for these bangs. Maybe people wouldn't pay good money for these bangs, but whatever. I watched the movie My Sister's Sister, and the like guy in it, it's a movie written by a woman, but they wrote the guy in the movie, like, it felt like a male self-insert character. And these two women were like, they both wanted him, even though it was, anyway, he is like homeless. He has a bike and he has a backpack with all his stuff in it and a tent, and he will just cycle and like park his little ass in a tent in the forest for the night. And then like during the day, he, not to imply that like homeless people aren't like regular people, like I think he has enough money for like a hotel. He's not poor, he's just unhoused, so he's fine with sleeping in the woods in a tent for the night. And I watched that movie and I was thinking, what if I got a bike and a tent and a sleeping bag? Would I thrive in nature? No, I wouldn't. I would like go fucking crazy day two. I would go crazy day two, because he had like friends and stuff that he was seeing throughout the day. He would be like packing up his little bag and he'd go meet his friend at a cafe or like a party, and he would like socialize and go to like things. I think he had a job. I don't remember. I don't have any of that. So like, what would I do? I would just go out there in the wilderness and sleep, and I'd wake up and I would think, what the hell am I doing out here in the fucking forest? And then I would feel crazier than I am, because not that like people who camp are crazy, I understand why they do it, but if I were to choose to go camping, I feel like that would be like a break for me. Not like a break, like a mental break. I would need to have a mental break to decide to sleep in the forest. Because it would end up like that movie. What's that movie with a family that all live like in the wilderness, and his like, their like mom dies, his wife dies, and they have to like go to the funeral, so they have to go to like see family, and then he realizes that he didn't ruin his kids, but he didn't ruin his kids by not putting them into public school and stuff. Like, his way of living wasn't wrong, it was just kind of influenced by the mother's mental illness. And a little bit of socialization for the kids wouldn't kill them. What the hell is that movie? Captain Fantastic? That's not what it's called. Is that what it's called? Anyway, it would end up like that kind of scenario for me if I chose to go camping one day. To just like, I don't want to live here anymore, I'm gonna go be independent, and my independence is living in a tent in the forest, it would end like that movie and I would kill myself or whatever the mother did. You know what I mean? You got me spending, oh, spending all your money on me, on me. Also, there's no internet out there. What am I gonna do? Go to a public library? I'm scared of libraries. Like, I don't have a printer, and I've been thinking, like, do they have a printer in the library? And also, do they have a computer that I can use? And also, do I have to ask to use the computer? Or can I just, like, walk in and sit down at the computer? And do I have to, like, pay to use the printer if I want to use the printer? Like, I don't understand how that, I don't understand how it works. I don't understand how libraries work. I've never had a library card. I feel like that's something that should be taught as a kid, like how to use the post office and how to use the library, but they don't teach you that shit. So I'm scared of the library. And it's a really small room and they don't have any good books, and I know because I checked once when I was with someone else. They have no like classic literature, which is like the only kind of genre that I'm interested in, especially classic literature from the last 100 years. Anything before that, it's like I like the language they use, but I'm kind of just not interested in the subject. Sorry. Because I like the like fear, the like anxiety of from like 1890 to 1940. I just feel like I like those years for art and literature. What was I talking about? Right, they don't have those kind of books at the library, so why would I go? To use a computer to print out shit. Would I print out like art and stuff for my wall? Because I'm a fucking teenager and I put fucking shit on my wall. I'm not a teenager. I meant that like I'm insulting myself. I'm trying to make my living space look good, okay? And I had to buy this because I couldn't just print it out because I don't have a printer because that costs money and I don't know library etiquette, so I'm really scared to go to the fucking library. And I don't know, like, there's a leisure center with like a pool, and I don't know how much money that costs or like what to do when you go in. Because if I was living in like a car or a tent, I would go there to shower, but I also don't know the etiquette for that. How do you like sign up for the leisure center? How do you sign up for a gym? Do you walk in at the fucking office and say, hello, I would like to apply, hello, I would like to sign up for this establishment? And they would look at me like, what? Those aren't real words. What do you mean you would like to sign up for the establishment? I'd be like, I would like to join this place. And they would say, what? What do you mean you'd like to join this place? You mean like would you like to sign up for the gym or like to play tennis or something? I'd be like, I don't know what I want. I just want to take a shower and like use the swimming pool, the public swimming pool. But I don't know how. It's like I'm locked out of so many experiences. Because of my I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the end, no doubt about it. What the fuck? What's the rest of the words? Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. Am I just paranoid? Whatever. I have so many talents too. I know how to knit. I could knit a sweater or a pair of socks or a hat. You know, I know how to sew. I hand sew everything. I alter all of my clothes, and it's seamless. No one can even tell. No one can even tell. I shortened these jeans by like 2 inches. Because they were too fucking long because I got short ass legs. And 2 fucking inches. And no one could fucking tell. And I didn't cut anything either. Because I know every fucking, like, I can sew. Okay, seamlessly. Seamlessly hand sew. Like a little child. And because people always make jokes about like whatever, child slavery, whatever. Okay, anyway, moving on from whatever the hell that thought was. I can knit, I can sew, I can embroider. I know how to embroider patterns and images. I can draw. I'm a talented artist and illustrator. I know how to use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and Adobe After Effects and Adobe Lightroom. Is that what it's called? I know how to, I have a degree. I have a bachelor's degree in animation and another degree, I don't know what it's called, but it's in advertising, graphic design for advertising. I have a degree in graphic design for advertising and photography. I have a photography degree. Just want to put that out there. I'm a talented painter. I know how to cut hair. I feel like these are like necessities you need. If there was like an apocalypse, you need someone who can cut hair, you need someone who can sew, you need someone who can like take scrap materials and knit. I make sculptures. I can make sculptures out of paper mache. Dog walker. Dog walker. Writer. I know how to write. I know how to read. I know how to think. I know beginner white girl yoga. Okay, I know beginner white girl yoga. So it's beneficial to some people. Because you know what? I tell other white people, you need to stretch more. I say they've got like back problems. I'm like, you need to stretch more. Because I know they do need to stretch more. Because I have back problems until I stretch and then they go away. And I feel like 3 years younger afterwards. And I keep telling this to people and they act like I'm crazy. Like it's not like evident. Like if you just stretch more, you're like happier. But if they don't believe me, whatever. Whatever. That stretching your hips and your spine is like the most important, but whatever. You could have a career. What am I going to do with graphic design, graphic illustration design for advertising in a town with population 12,000? What am I going to do with this mental illness in this small town? Nothing. What am I going to do with the photography? With a photography certificate? Become a wedding photographer? That means I have to get an expensive camera. And like a driving license. Like a driving license. I can't drive. And I'm never going to. Because it costs money and it means I have to like figure shit out and like learn how to talk to people and like call someone or something. And I have to like go to a place to take a test. And I would need to drive there. And I also can't take the bus because I'm like scared of taking the bus alone. What if I get on the wrong bus? There's so many things to consider. There's so many. It's like I'm less scared of trains, but we don't have a train station. Or a train. There's no train. There's like one train line that goes through this country, and it's like I'm here, and the train goes literally like this way. This is the train line. And there's no other train in the whole country. It's just the one. This is the whole country, by the way. This is the border for Northern Ireland. And then I'm here. I just want to give you a scale. This is like the whole border. The whole country. There's no train. It's who you know. It's who you know and where you live. It's who you know and where you live. That's what the internet is for. It's like, hello, I'm a person too. Where are you gonna go when you're already the prettiest person alive? My eyes hurt. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. I know I said I know how to cut hair, and you're currently looking at my hair, like, she did that. Listen, I'm allowed to make mistakes on my own hair. I just wouldn't do that on other people's. I just went on a little rant about how dark hair dye just doesn't, it's meant to deposit pigment. It's not meant to put it. Why is it bleaching my hair when it's like black hair dye? Why is black hair dye? Why is it got bleach in it? It's to make it more effective and look like it's doing like more. Obviously people want like a stronger color, but not all the time, and I feel like there should be options for dark hair dye that aren't as extreme. Anyway, I don't know. I got stuff I gotta go do. Like I gotta go wander open-mouthed around the art store and look at things and then buy like one thing. I might treat myself to a trebuchet. It's not a trebuchet, bitch. A guillotine. I might treat myself to a guillotine for like $5.99. That would be so fun to have. Where would I put it? There's already too much shit in this fucking room because this room is like my whole life and I have too much shit going on. But I have like nothing going on at the same time, but it's like Clutter City. Hello. Clutter City. I got this on my desk. I got leaves on my desk because I thought they were pretty and I was going to draw them and I still haven't. I got this dumb little headband. I've got the cold pills that hurt my chest. I got this because remember whenever I was doing that thing where I was like, donate £10 to my PayPal and I'll send you a little painting, and I did that and a lot of people got their fucking paintings, and I'm not doing that anymore. Don't do that, because I'm not. You can give me money, but you're not going to get your painting, and I really need to make that clear that that was just like for that time that I was doing that. A lot of people got their paintings and this is one is left over. You could ask for it maybe. No, because then what if 2 people ask for it and 2 people like paid for it, and no, never mind. This is just left over. Don't. You're not getting it. Because that's too complicated unless I make like a Etsy. Do you know how many times a day I type Etsy into Google or eBay and I'm like, okay, I'm setting up my account. I'm making my account. I'm setting up my account. There's shearing scissors on my desk. There's headphones on my desk. There's an empty wine bottle on my desk. There's this thing for the fisheye thing on my desk. There's Alice in Wonderland on my desk. There's some loose rings, nail clippers, paintbrush, tissue, a label for something, wig cap. There's a fan. There's that E45 I used a second ago. There's this thingy that I put over the light whenever I'm not filming, so it can be more of like a it's an envelope. I put holes in it and it like sits over the LED light when I'm not using it, so it can be kind of like a warm gold color, but I don't want that color when I'm filming, so I take it off. There's pencils, you know. There's this thing. There's my dog's collar because I feel like she doesn't like wearing a collar and I take it off of her because I don't want her to be uncomfortable in my house. And I don't even use it. I'm sorry, she's looking at me because I touched it. Sorry, Miley. She's not the kind of dog that likes to wear clothes. The big dogs right now, they're wearing like Halloween bandanas that my mom put on them. And I said, Miley wants one too, because she was standing there like waiting her turn. But whenever she got the bandana on her, she like freaked out and she like kind of like limped over to me to take it off. And I felt really bad that I wanted her to have a bandana on to begin with, because she's not like a clothes wearing dog. She doesn't even like to wear a collar. And she freaks out whenever I put the harness on her to take her for a walk. I'm sorry I said that. And it's not even animal abuse, you know? It's not even almost animal abuse, but she's an animal, she's a wild animal, and I don't want her to wear a fucking collar, I'm sorry. If she gets lost, and people are like, what, think she's a wild animal because she's not wearing a collar, I don't know. She's chipped, but they won't know that because she's not wearing a collar that says I am chipped, because her little thingy that she had that explained, you know, her name, her address, our phone number, she ate the little thingy, so. Or no, she ate the collar that it was attached to. And then the thingy got like all scratched and fucked up. So you couldn't even read it. And then we just didn't get another one. So she's just a wild animal that lives in my house. And I feel like that's how it is because that's what dogs fucking are. I'm sorry. I got off on a thing. There's still loose rings on my desk. I really like those rings. I wouldn't want them to lose them, but they're just sitting there loose, and that's just where they fucking belong. I have a series of shopping lists strung together with these loose pegs, which I didn't want the pegs, so I put them all together onto this anyway. Every like 5 times a day I type eBay or Etsy into YouTube, into the Google, and I'm so tired. Something happened to me. On to the Google, and whenever I get on the website, okay, to make my fucking account and to list things, there are too many options. Who made this? When was it made? What time period was it made in? What are the materials? What's your intention in selling it or whatever? Like, who do you want to sell it to? What's the fucking price you want to put it? What's the price you want to put it for? UK audiences, for UK buyers versus international buyers. Are you paying for postage or is the buyer paying for postage? How much do you want to put postage to international places? And I'm like, I don't know, because it's kind of a case-by-case basis, isn't it? And there's too many fucking questions and I don't understand any of them. Okay. Fuck. I'm an old person. Okay? Like, I know how to use the fucking internet and I know how to use fucking like Adobe shit, which used to be like impressive. Oh, you know how to use Photoshop? I'll hire you immediately. I can use Photoshop. I just don't know how to use... Hi, sweetie. I'm proficient in Photoshop, you know what? I just don't know how to fucking answer the fucking Etsy questions. Come on. It took so long. I just don't know how to answer Etsy's questions or eBay's questions about my listings. It's so stupid. And if I was selling my fucking paintings in like the back of a van... Hi, sweetie. And somebody like asked me, how much is that? It would just be like whatever I'm feeling that day. I'm not a business person. I don't believe in money. Gross. I'm not a business person. I don't believe in money. I need money to survive. A smart person would be money orientated because that's how you survive. But I just can't adapt to that mindset. I'm sorry. Too woke. Too woke for the audience. Too woke for the audience. I just can't adapt to that mindset. Rise and grind. It feels evil. Making money to me feels evil. And it makes me feel wrong and disgusting. So what do I do in modern society? Die. Like I said, go to prison. Go to prison and die. Yeah, I do that. And then I'm like, okay, I have to take a picture of my painting to list it. And I take the picture and I have it saved in like my drafts. And then I get like really scared that I'm doing something wrong and illegal by putting this listing up. And then fuck, stop burping. And then, like, the Etsy police are gonna, like, arrest me, even though there's too many rules, and yet not enough, and it's confusing. It's a confusing way of doing things. I'm sorry that I'm an idiot. I need, like, a carer, like a caregiver, watching over me all the time that I can just ask questions, you know? Someone here, I can be like, what do I do with this? Well, what do I do with this? Well, what about this, though? Can you come with me to the post office? Can you come with me to the airport? To the fucking train? Can you come with me to, I want to go to this place, but I have to take the train. Can you come with, I have to take the bus. Can you come with me? From this whole journey? Also, can you pay for it? You know what I mean? Can you hold my hand as I cross the street, please? Can you do this Etsy thing for me? Because I'm, like, really frightened. I'm, like, really frightened of Etsy. Can you do it? And then I'll, like, suck you off. That's the kind of, like, abusive relationship I need. Is it dying further? I'm becoming brown? Because I swear it was bright red when I got it. Do they die further after they fall off the tree? They don't, right? They just stay kind of forever. I think they're curling around. They weren't just curled over, right? Becoming crunchier as time goes on. I don't know. I don't know what happens to leaves after they fall off the fucking tree. Okay, I didn't graduate high school. I didn't, okay? I have a college education, but I didn't graduate high school. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, even though it makes me, like, stupid that I didn't pass, like, high school biology. I didn't pass high school biology because I was too busy, like, lying on my floor and, like, ripping up my pages and, like, huffing glue because it was too fucking stressful. Even the idea of fucking stepping foot into school was too fucking stressful. I was bashing my fucking head against the wall. You know what I mean? Like, everything in my life was so fucking horrible whenever I was in high school. This is preferable. Nightmare that my life is right now. 1,000 times over than whatever the hell was going on in high school. Oh my god. And I don't even mean high school was fine for me. Like, the socialization of it all. It's just the idea of, like, doing the work that was too much for me. I have to do homework. I can't do homework. And I would sit and I would look at it and I would read it. And you know, if you're trying to do, like, a math problem, but then your brain gets all complicated and you can't fucking do the math problem. But like that, but for like every subject except English, I could do English. But even like art, it would be like draw this, and then I would like overcomplicate it, and I'd be like, what do you mean draw this? Draw it how? In what way? With what? And then I would like just like fucking like stab the fucking pages with my fucking pen, and I would like scar everything, and I would like throw it, like my floor was just covered in fucking like pages, and I was the person to just grab my fucking sheets and shove them into my bag with no organization. I was that bitch that everyone fucking is like, why do you do that? Because it's too complicated for me, okay? I'm not a business person. I want to work in an office, sure, where I get to wear business casual and I get to sit in front of my little computer and I get to like type data entry or whatever bullshit, some bullshit, meaningless bullshit in my little isolated office in front of a computer. But that's not really business. That's just like, can you type this shit into here? But people don't even do that anymore. Computers do that. So I'm out of a hypothetical job. And I don't live in the city where they have offices and office jobs. So that's 2 times over. I'm out of the hypothetical job. And even if it was available, I wouldn't I wouldn't go for an interview because I'm not motivated, remember? And I've been on job interviews and I didn't get any of them. When I was living alone, things were easier because I was just ready just to do whatever. I'll go to that, I'll cycle. I got a bike and I cycled like the next town over to go for a fucking job interview at some stranger's house because I don't care. I don't care. Sure. I'll cycle there. I'll leave 3 hours earlier and I'll cycle there through the rain. And then I didn't get it. I'll go for your fucking trial job that I was supposed to get paid for and I didn't get paid for a fucking day on the job. Whatever. I'll do it, whatever. I'll fucking go to your fucking interview, whatever. I'll fucking dress like a little girl and I'll wear fucking heels. I'll buy heels and I'll wear them to your fucking job. But now that I'm living like here in this tiny little town, it's like I don't want to do anything. Cause something fucking like what? Something happened. It's like I was fighting for independence, and now that I just don't have any independence, I'm just comfortable not being independent. It's because I was more like suicidal at the time. Like I didn't care what the hell happened to me. I got a free taxi ride from some like I don't want to say Pakistani because it sounds racist just to like assume someone is from Pakistan and I have no idea actually where they're from. But from a guy, an immigrant who told me his story. And I got another free taxi ride from his cousin. From his cousin. He told me about his dead daughter. And I was for sure that I was going to get sex trafficked, and I did not care. Because I'd be putting up too much of a fight. You know, he was like, get in my cab. I was like, I don't have money. He was like, where do you need to go? I was like, the airport? Or no, the train station. And he was like, I'll take it. And I was like, I don't have money. And he's like, your bag looks heavy. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I got into the taxi. And I didn't die. I didn't even almost get sex trafficked. He helped me with my luggage. It was really, like, uplifting, actually. Because it was in England, too. And English people aren't that nice. No offense to English people. But he wasn't English, was he? He was an immigrant. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the story. But, you know, my 3 years in England, I didn't make friends with like one English person. All my friends were immigrants to England. From like Europe. From Europe. You know what I mean? Like everywhere else. It just proves to you that like the whole world has more in common than England has with anywhere else. The whole world should unite to fight England, is my opinion. Really, that's like, if I've learned one thing, I've learned that. If I'm sure of anything in this world, it's that we all have more in common with each other than we do with English people. Because they're kind of born and bred to be evil. They're kind of born and bred to be nationalistic evil scum. No offense. I mean, you can be fine, you can be chill with it, but I still wouldn't trust you. So, I just want to go to the fucking art supply store. I don't know where the fucking art supply store, and I have only 30 minutes until they close. 20 minutes. I have 20 minutes until they close. Oh no. What will I do? I guess I just won't go, and I'll go somewhere else that's open. I'm not even getting anything. Hello? I'm not even getting anything. I'm not even getting anything. I'm gonna go with my hair all big like this. Once in high school, I like plaited my hair while I slept, and I woke up and it was like bigger than this. And I just had to go to school with my hair like that. I just had to go to school with my hair like out here. Looking like I was I don't know how to word that in a way that's like funny. I braided my hair thinking it would be wavy. I did 2 braids. I should have just did 1. And it was like out here. And I just had to fucking go to school like that. And I looked horrible. And I was like, what do I do? I can't like straighten it because I don't have time to fucking straighten my fucking hair. Anyway. I didn't have bangs either, so it was like out to here, not out to here, like out to here. You're so fucking jealous of me and my pretty face and my pretty hair and my pretty lifestyle. Chill in the grocery store with me. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. There's a lot of evil people in here today. I'm one of them. Ludicrous. Seasonal products are like my fucking enemy. Easter especially. But at least that's like religious. But like, is it? Because it's like the fucking like chicks and shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell any holiday is about. And I hate the trash they sell for it every time. Okay, bye.